First rule of Bothy Club is, you do not talk about Bothy Club. The second rule of Bothy Club is, you do not talk about Bothy Club. Oh wait, actually.
Whilst having a hint of subculture about them, Bothies are not a secret society. These shelters are maintained by a charity with the help of volunteers and rely on responsible use by those who visit them. This is where the Bothy Code from the Mountain Bothy Association comes into play.
So, with that in mind, what is the code and how do we follow it?
Number 1. Respect other users. Leave the bothy clean and tidy, and leave unused firewood and coal for the next visitors. Make other visitors welcome, and be considerate to others. Sweep and clean the floor and fireplace, and leaving some unused firewood and coal are basic courtesies. Making other users feel welcome and being considerate are important too. Not everybody goes to Bothies for the same reason or to have the same experience. There is normally some degree of respectful compromise that we can hit upon to make sure that everyone enjoys their stay. 2. Respect the Bothy. Tell the MBA about accidental damage. Bothy reports can be made via their website. Don't leave graffiti or vandalise the Bothy. Please take out all rubbish. Avoid burying rubbish as this can pollute the environment. Please don't leave food as this attracts vermin. Guard against fire risk and ensure the fire is out before you leave. Make sure the doors and windows are properly closed when you leave. Accidents happen, and weather damage isn't too uncommon either. If you notice anything that could do with fixing, then be sure to take a few minutes and fill in a Bothy report on the website. Don't vandalise or graffiti the Bothy. If you do desperately feel the need to leave your mark, then be creative with your entry in the Bothy book rather than diminish the Bothy itself. Oh, and it's safe to say, Bothies don't require you to leave empty glass bottles behind for candles. Take them away with you, please. Closing the doors and windows helps guard against weather damage to the Bothy. Making sure the fire is out when you leave is basic safety, and when it comes to guarding against fire risk, be sensible. In the past, some Bothies have been lost to fires. If you think you might be being a bit silly with the fire, for example, overdoing it a bit, chances are that you are. Keep warm and be sensible. Once you are sure that the fire is out, and before you leave, test the carbon monoxide alarm by pushing the test button and waiting for the beep. If it is not working, be sure to file a Bothy report. Respect the surroundings. If there is no toilet at the Bothy, then please be sure to bury human waste out of sight. Use the spade provided, keep well away from the water supply, and never use the vicinity of the Bothy as a toilet. Never cut live wood or damage estate property, and use fuel sparingly. When you get to the Bothy, I recommend doing a quick explore and picking out where you plan to poo should nature call. Each Bothy will have spades available for this job. If you're worried about this, then a small trowel can be picked up for a couple of pounds online or at an outdoor store. Pick a spot far from any water supply and not within the immediate vicinity of the Bothy. At least 100 yards, if not more, is advised. Never cut live wood. It doesn't burn very well or give out much heat. Many Bothies have rowan trees in front of them. Do not cut these. In a recent poll, they came out second to the Scots pine in ascertaining what would be Scotland's national tree. And yes, we have a national tree. These are traditionally planted to keep away evil spirits. And while I don't believe in evil spirits, other than tequila, these are part of Bothy and Scottish culture. Rotten wood doesn't burn very well either, and it does form a vital part of local ecosystems. If you're unsure whether a tree is standing dead, the clues are often in the bark. If the bark is peeling, especially around about head height, chances are it may be standing dead. One of the smartest ways to identify it though is to look at the youngest part of the tree, which would be the top, and if it has still got leaves, shoots or needles on it, chances are it's still alive and it's best left alone. Use available fuel sparingly. If there is an abundance, then be sure to leave some for visitors still to come. Never damage estate property. This includes a multitude of things like fences, fencing, and if the bothy is within a forest, then that can extend to the live trees, which of course you won't be cutting anyway. Respect the agreement with the estate. Please observe any restrictions on the use of the bothy, for example during stalking or lambing time. Please remember that bothies are available for short stays only. The owner's permission must be obtained if you intend on an extended stay. Of all the MBA bothies, the organisation only owns 2 of them. The MBA serve as guardians of the buildings as part of their agreement with the estate. Ongoing access depends upon the responsible use of these buildings and the estate. Restrictions or where to contact for information on restrictions can be found on the MBA website. Stalking, lambing and even MOD activity, for example at Cairngorms, can impact upon when bothies can be safely and responsibly accessed. Restriction on numbers. Because of overcrowding and lack of facilities, large groups of 6 or more should not use a bothy. Bothies are also not available for commercial groups. If you want to know more about the MBA, the Bothy Code or any ways in which you could contribute, then I have popped a link to the MBA in the captions below and I would encourage you to have a look. If you'd like to go to a bothy but you're not too sure where to start, I have a Bothying for Beginners playlist, which is probably worth checking out and it's hopefully going to be at the side of your screen right now. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch. Be safe, be responsible, have some fun.